What a real shame it is that your Lauren Conrad story, just chick from the hills, didn't turn out to be as amazing of a talking point as you thought. 'Cause otherwise, we really would have just had this whole episode banked out and ready to go. Like, because you came at it with the tone of being like, dude, Alex, I have this story locked and ready to go. If you want to use it, I'm not sure you're into, not sure what you're thinking about talking about today, but I got something ready to go because we're watching a little Family Guy, and Brian meets this blonde girl, and I'm oblivious to everything that's going on. It's just he's talking to her, and then they start making jokes like, "Oh yeah, she's the least attractive one." I'm like, of who? Of what are you talking about? Like, oh, you're not familiar with The Hills?
You dumb fucking idiot.
You dumb fucking idiot. And then you then go through your. I can let you read. I'll just give you. I'll set you up for it. Okay, you go through your amazing storytelling skills, and you set. You're like, there's 3 chicks in The Hills, and I feel very strong about all 3 of them independently of each other. I have 3 conflicting, or 3 not conflicting, maybe just 3 very unique understandings of each one of them. It's Heidi Montag, Montag,
Heidi Montauk. Montage. I have no idea.
Heidi Montag, Lauren Cohen, and Lucy Pinder.
Not even close. Lucy Pinder is a UK model. It's not even remotely in the same realm.
Adriana Lima.
Close. Same first name. I don't know. No, it's
Adriana
not. It's Audrina Partridge.
I
don't even know if it's Audrina.
Never even pulled that one out.
I don't know if it's Audrina, to be honest with you. That's how I've always said. I might be wrong.
I think it's
definitely Partridge.
Is this the one? Is this the one from Friday Night Lights we're talking about?
No.
No. So you are telling me, and again, I don't want to spoil the punchline or how funny and awesome and cool you were talking about was. And thank God you told me, hey, Alex, I got something for the podcast. And I'm honestly shocked you even spoiled it before. So now I know the punchline's a little bit more organic. But I guess now, because of that, thankfully, when you actually tell the story again, I'll be able just to take it and not like freak out and like, oh, that's so amazing. I'll be able to take it the right way.
I see. I thought maybe now
I'll leave their reactions to the people listening.
I thought now that you are hearing it a second time, you'll be able to really appreciate for how good of a story it actually is.
More tasting notes on the second sip.
What's super annoying though is when I brought it up to you, I was convinced that was easily 35 minutes worth of time.
You literally had you did the Bradley Cooper. I'm gonna say this to $200,000. Check this out. I'm gonna say, look. I'm gonna say this to $200,000.
The only reason I realized it wasn't good is because when I asked you, should I tell you this now? You're like, I don't know. Because you seemed so unenthused.
That's why it wasn't. That's why it wasn't. No, I know what you're talking about. This is amazing. See, now you've already fucked it up again.
What are you talking about?
I've been saying the last 5 minutes what a great story it is, and then within 5 seconds before even telling the story, before you can even let them form an opinion organically, now you're downplaying and saying it actually is a really shitty story.
You definitely did not, for the last 2 minutes, go about how good of a story this was. You said it sardonically.
Don't ever do that. It never comes across organically in any situation.
That was the most organic
The word
usage of
sardonic can't be in a conversation ever. And let it sound normal. If you ever say that in place of sarcastic, you sound like an asshole.
I don't know. I think it worked really well in that usage.
I don't think it did.
Tell you what. Later, at some other point in this episode, I will use the word again.
Sprinkle that one in there again.
So it's unorganic.
Nice.
Yeah, I have very strong opinions about all 3.
Were there guys on The Hills?
There was Heidi, ambiguously pronounced last name's husband, Spencer. And they're still together to this day.
Might have been his last name.
True love story.
Come to think of it.
I don't think so. I think his name is Spencer Asshole.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure his last name is Asshole.
So, in the Family Guy episode, they had a throwaway line about Brody Jenner. Was he dating one of these chicks?
I think
or was he in
Lauren.
the show?
I think Lauren was dating Brody.
It's nuts.
My least favorite was dating Brody.
Yeah. I think Brody's the least favorite of the Jenners as well, so...
Worked out perfect.
Actually, no, I think there's another brother who's even dumber than he is. I don't know. I watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians for like 1 season in like 2013 maybe. And it was like even not only was it like the family didn't seem to like whenever the Brodies, there was one, oh, you know what? It was Brody and Bodie, I think.
It was Brody.
I think it was Bodie and Brody. Either I think Bodhi and Brody. Now, that could be a complete fabrication. For all I know, I think it's a B name for sure.
It's definitely Bodie and Brody.
I don't know. The point is, remember whenever they came around like a family, they would hang out in Malibu, the sunset, and then it'd be like they'd show up, and then not only was like the family didn't like to see them there, it's like even if the camera guys are less enthused, it's like they're just like barely even being able to take the cover. Yeah, they're barely even trying to pick up the coverage. Their microphones aren't in checks. They're always quieter than everyone else. Like no one liked them being around. So I don't know. Thought maybe they were on the Hills.
The one in Family Guy, Lauren Cohen, who I honestly thought they were talking about the Maggie from Walking Dead.
Lauren Cohen. That's 'cause I said that earlier. It's Lauren Conrad. They said
it's Lauren Conrad. Okay, thank you. So okay, I said Lauren Cohen each time. So.
Lauren Cohen. You're not even saying her name either.
Whatever. It's not Maggie.
Yeah.
I think she dated the Brody.
Yeah, the one Kumar didn't see naked.
I always went back and forth on who my favorite was.
All right.
It was either Heidi Montag or Audrina Partridge.
Audrina Partridge. Heidi Montag was on That's a good question. She was on something. What was that reality show she was on? It was a competition show. No, it was no. It was a competition show where it wasn't The Apprentice. It was some shitty competition show.
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, something stupid like that.
No. That's not something that's ever happened before.
No, it most definitely has.
No, it's some show on like Sci-Fi maybe, but it's
Face Off.
That's the problem. The only show I can think of that ever premiered on Sci-Fi was Face Off. I know for a fact that it wasn't that show. It was something else.
No, she actually, if you watch The Hills, you'd know she had a real.
Now again, I want to say the thing she was on, Gilbert Godfrey was on. That's going to lead everyone to believe I'm talking about The Apprentice, and I'm not talking about The Apprentice.
No, is that I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
It's not that. You're making things up. You're a fucking idiot.
I'm not making things up. I would never.
Heidi. Yeah, when I look something up, Robbie has. This is an opportune time for me to take a sip of the drink and also not talk.
I couldn't help it.
Fucking bozo.
I used to go back and forth on which was my favorite, and now I have a
oh my god, there's a Hills the New Beginning on now.
Is there?
Yeah, but actually it's off here. 2019 to 2021. We missed that one too, unfortunately.
Same cast.
At least
Reunion
Heidi
cast?
Montag.
Oh really? You know what annoys me? I actually follow her on Snapchat. I saw this yesterday on Christmas. She's trying to show snaps of her children opening presents, but the entire time the camera's just on her, trying to show how hot she looks.
And
she's trying
like,
like
I
a mom, but
see
she's
your
not being a
children
mom.
opening a presents.
A,
I want to see your pussy lips. Come on.
B, which brings me to my beef with her. Right. We'll get back to that later.
That's good. That's a good play on words. I say pussy, you say beef.
But C, stop trying to look hot while you're with your kids.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Do one or
that's
the
weird
other.
As fuck. You gotta look like an ugly mom. You can't look like a hot mom with kids. You can look like a hot mom when your son's, in his first year of college and you're sleeping his high school best friend.
And he's the
it's a
varsity
porno.
fucking
Exactly.
athlete.
You
Exactly.
can't look like hot mom when you have toddlers running around. That's against the law.
And in fact, you're actually better looking when you're ugly when you're being a mom.
Exactly.
That's
exactly. That's way more attractive. What's now again? See, that's that back and forth that you only find here, where it's like, yeah, they said something at the expense of women, but then they immediately champion them for being mothers. So it's like, then how have you been at them? How have you been at that? So it literally goes back from show me your tits, show me your tits, to then just like the opposite of whatever that would be. I didn't have another movie line to throw away. I'll think it was how much I hate Ryan Clarkson or Ryan Jensen, whatever his name actually is.
So speaking about beef, right?
All right.
Heidi Montag does Playboy.
That's weird because Heidi Montag is. I'm looking at her filmography for what that show was. Whatever dumb shit what did you hypothesize?
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but she did a thing called Heidi Montag Says No to Plastic.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. I meant to say that. Also, that's not true because she's
okay. So I actually have to make an amendment, a referendum. Yeah. I have to apologize.
My thing is a real thing.
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here is in fact a game show
thank you.
that lasted 29 episodes, and she was in fact on it.
I
and
told
that must
you.
have been what I was referring
Spencer.
to.
I told
it's also
you.
the only show. Who's Spencer?
Her husband. I told you.
All right, but you didn't tell me.
What?
You didn't tell me that Lou Diamond Phillips La Bamba was in it. Okay,
I had to tell you that.
Yeah, if you said that to me, Tori Wilson was in it.
Told you it was a real
It's
thing.
insane. I know this is, to keep in mind this is 2003, which is even more confusing because I wasn't watching this in 2003. Was there a rebooted season?
Of what?
2009 was the second season.
Of The Hills?
No, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. So it aired in 2003, then it aired again in 2009. Why does it say Australian Outback? They were in the Australian Outback?
Yeah, second season.
No, they weren't. Wasn't she doing Dude, I guess I'm just merging I guess I have the vague memory of her name existing. Her blonde Barbie self, and now I'm just completely taking all those memories and then applying them to whatever seasons of The Apprentice I did watch. Because I could have sworn she was working in a cupcake shop trying to raise money for something with Gilbert Gottfried in her ear chirping away. That just sounds like an episode of The Apprentice.
That was an episode of The Apprentice,
So
but I don't
I'm
think it was
really
her.
confused.
I remember that too. I can't tell you who that chick was though. Anyways,
My point was, no, I know it's 2003, no. I know it's 2003 and 2009 respectively, but even for that, I feel like I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here was using the term I'm a Celebrity very liberally.
Most celebrities do.
Because it's like, I said Lou Diamond Phillips. That was the fifth person I saw. That wasn't the first person I said, oh, look, no. I had to scroll a bit, okay? Then guess what? Once I said Tori Wilson, that was a three-way from him.
Really? She was
All right?
8?
I don't know who John Sally is. Or Sanjay Malakar. Who are these people?
Maybe the term celebrity is being used sardonically.
Oh, my God. You tried it. I'll applaud you for that. You should have waited until after I said Stephen Baldwin. Then it would have felt organic.
You took way too long. You had to pause there.
They also had Daniel Baldwin on. That's insane. Same season.
What's more sardonic than having Daniel Baldwin?
No, at that point, no. Daniel Baldwin's actually the odd man out. If you're going to have Stephen Baldwin, you got to have Billy Baldwin next to him. You can only have Daniel next to Alec.
That's brilliant. I love your thing.
It's the only way it works.
So, Heidi Montag.
Speaking of the Baldwins, though, speaking of Daniel Baldwin specifically, right, there's only really two avenues of thought. So it's pretty much, it's a coin toss right now. It's only two. Daniel Baldwin's only in 2 things ever. Besides appearing on this game show, I just remembered. besides that one side project he did, he's only ever done 2 projects, right? So it's a coin toss. Which one am I talking about?
What two things he's doing? You mean, or what bit?
No, there's only two things in general he's ever done.
Okay, so you.
So
mean
which one am
have to
I
guess the
talking
two?
about? It's only one of the two.
I'm assuming Parenthood.
Daniel Baldwin's not in Parenthood.
One of the Baldwins is in
That's
Parenthood.
Billy.
So you mean to tell me that this entire time, for the entirety of our show, I've been going, that's Brill, referencing who I thought was Daniel Baldwin. It's Billy Baldwin.
Billy Baldwin's the one from Dirty Sexy Money.
That's the one in Parenthood.
Yeah.
Wow, my life's in the line.
Daniel Baldwin.
Nothing I know is true.
Who do you think? Oh, hold on. Who do you think Stephen Baldwin is?
The one from the dome thing.
Biodome.
Yes, the one from Biodome.
You got half. You got half of the title, and it's also the longer word. And also the craziest part too, it's not even like it's two words that are separate from each other. The whole point is biodome. You can't just it's not two distinct different things. It's the biodome. It's one collective thing.
See you later.
See you later. It's pretty good stuff.
Thanks.
So who do you think Steven is? That one? You're correct about that.
That one is Steven.
Billy, you now know is the one from Parenthood. Alex, the one who must have, I'm assuming, made some sort of really devilish deal with the devil to sell out his brother's success for his own.
Yeah, honestly.
Because if you think about it, he actually has enough success. If you look at his career legitimately, you know, Tosh has that joke saying about 15 minutes is true. It's an average, right? 0, 0, 0, 35 years for me, 0, 0, right? You look at Alec Baldwin's career, that's probably the average of 4 different careers.
It is.
You know why?
So you think he has 4 brothers?
Because he robbed the
What a
life
four.
essence. I mean, look how fucking fat, ugly, and disgusting Daniel Baldwin is, okay?
Oh, that was Billy.
No. Billy's the kind of hot one.
That's my point. I like a pretzel in my head.
Billy's the hot one who looks like he should have all the charm and just comes across like a dirtbag.
He's got Al Pacino hair.
Yeah.
He is the hot one.
He is the hot one. Then you have Daniel, the fat one, who's been in 2 things. You have Steven, the one who could have very well have had a career if he actually didn't do Biodome.
True.
And then you have Alec, who's the guy's a killer, man. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it every week, but the guy just kills, okay? He's an absolute murderer.
You gotta admit, that guy kills every
listen, I
time.
don't know how he does it. I don't gotta like him, but Alec Baldwin, the guy kills. And then, of course, there's Daniel Baldwin, who's this whole, charade came from. Which 2 things has Daniel Baldwin ever done in his career?
You see, I realize who Daniel Baldwin is now. This is why I thought Daniel Baldwin was the cool one, because of how cool that one thing is he's done.
Right.
You're thinking of vampires.
I wasn't thinking of vampires. That's the other. So it's 50-50. I was thinking
I have no idea
of.
what the other things you're thinking of.
I was thinking of World's Dumbest.
You know what's funny? That's what I was thinking of initially. But then, 'cause I thought of vampires, I forgot World's Dumbest existed.
Right, because you thought, how could someone who's in John Carpenter's Vampires be such a fucking loser in a mere 5 years' time to appear next to Brian Callen on True TV? It's not easy.
It's crazy.
Also, Jesus Christ, why are all the biggest loser comedians on True TV? How they make that work? Comedy Central's like, all right, no. We don't like Bert, and we don't like Daniel Baldwin. We don't like Brian Callen, and then True TV's like, guys, we'd love to have you be good. Not even like MTV did. MTV at least got fucking the in-betweener assholes of Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz.
He looks more like a David.
It is a little
and
David.
Pete Davidson and Charlemagne and a bunch of other morons. Actually, you know what?
and
MTV
Chrissy.
sucks also. And you know what? So does Comedy Central. You know what?
They
Fuck all of
suck.
them.
Yeah, fuck
I hate
all
all
of
of them. I decided that they're all shitty things, and all the Baldwins suck too,
Except Billy.
except for Billy.
Billy's got good hair.
And also, I mean, Stephen Baldwin is in Half Baked, and he's in Biodome, so that's pretty cool.
And Daniel's in Vampires, which is pretty cool.
Pretty much only Alex sucks.
But he kills every time.
But the guy kills. I don't know how he does it. I don't like that he does it, but just something about him. Just the guy kills. The guy murders. He's an absolute murderer, man.
You know who my favorite Baldwin is? I'll be so bold to say it.
You're gonna say Adam.
Adam. I was
That
gonna
was
say
not
Alec
bold.
again. I was gonna say Adam though. I thought he was also Alec.
No, that'd be stupid. That'd be dumb if there's 2 Alec Baldwins, especially when one's so conservative and one's so liberal. That would just be really confusing.
It'd be.
Imagine how
sardonic
quickly the
almost to think
fucking
of them.
world would fall apart when they're trying to write news headlines. They're starting to specify which one from which. They're like, Alec Baldwin, no, the one from Full Metal Jacket, versus Alec Baldwin, no, not the guy in Full Metal Jacket. Because again, in my version of this universe, the actual Alec Baldwin is only known as the guy not being in Full Metal Jacket.
I mean, that's really. What else has he done besides not being in Full Metal Jacket?
Honestly, I don't even know why he's that famous. It's kind of weird he's so famous because all I can really place him in is the brass ball scene from Glengarry Glen Ross. That was him being famous already as a cameo.
That's true. That's
so, like, why are you famous before that?
Guy. He did not slander before.
That's not it. I know you're like in part of Beetlejuice. Is that what it was? Is that what made you famous?
I think it was those couple of stints on SNL he did.
No, again, see? That's why I know he's famous, but I think he got that because he was already famous.
How did Alec Baldwin? Was it? You know what?
Was it Hunt for Red October? Was it that cool?
It was because Steven paved the way by being Usual Suspects.
No, again, that was already when Alec was famous.
Maybe it was because of that whole vampire thing. 'Cause John Carpenter had a lot
That's
of
well
clout
into
back
him
in the
being
day.
famous. That's like 7 years after Glengarry Glen Ross.
I have no idea Alec Baldwin's famous.
The guy kills. I don't know what to do. The guy just kills.
That's why. That's. Do you want to know why I don't like Heidi Montag?
I was gonna say that's actually a great timing. I was about to just say, so we should probably get back to the whole Lauren Cohen, Heidi Montauk, and Adriana Palicki conversation.
There was an empire of a magazine once called Playboy.
Right.
And I think we can trace its downfall to her pictorial.
You mean Playgirl?
No, Playboy. Speaking of Playgirl, I never told you this, but I once did a full nude spread for
Nice.
Playgirl. You probably didn't hear about it.
Well, I never hear about that.
Because I went under the name Mike Honcho.
And what kind of photos did you do? Like just like some tasteful stuff?
No, I showed it. I like spread my butt cheeks and everything for Playgirl.
That's sick.
No, so she posed for Playboy.
No, sometimes, I get it, that's cool. Sometimes you're the girl. Sometimes he's the girl. That's hot.
So she posed for Playboy, right? But she did it in a time when Playboy still showed. You took her back behind the shop and gave her a quarter to show your goodies.
That's not what it says.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
I didn't deliver it right because you interrupted me.
That's not why it was bad.
Okay.
I don't want to. I'm not going to bear any responsibility for you being bad.
So she posed for Playboy back when Playboy showed the goods, and she didn't show anything.
Right when Playboy boys played.
Exactly. And she was like,
That's actually in the name, believe it or not. That's actually why I went for it. They said, "Hey, boy, play," and then became Playboy.
Yeah, because boy play sounds stupid. The first
boy play sounds like it's an entirely different demographic they're going after.
They realized after the sales came.
Yeah, they're like, okay, guys, we got. I know we were super excited about all those pre-orders. A lot of complaints actually. Yeah. We're changing the name.
Pre-orders went to the wrong demographic. We're going to change this. And thankfully they did, and they showed the right stuff. But she was like, "No, next time I'll show." And
who is this? Lauren Conrad?
No, Heidi Montag.
I'm not plastic.
Exactly. No, she's completely plastic. Nose is plastic. Rackety Rack Don't Talk Back is plastic. It's all plastic. But the point is, she never came back for Playboy.
Is that a 7? Or is that a 5 and a 2?
Point is, she never came back, and I was like,
you didn't even get to the point. You didn't even say the punchline. You just jumped to the dude. You're so bad.
You think maybe the constant interruptions might fuck up the flow and the
it's so you know what a fucking cherry picked life you live where all of your fuck ups can just be passed off to the person next to you. Hey Alex, you think maybe it's interruptions is why my story suck?
You're right, because we don't have an entire catalog where you don't blame me for every inconvenience that occurs your way. I don't respond the right way. I respond too quickly. I don't respond quickly enough. It's nice to see you finally taking a little accountability, honestly. I'm sorry, you're right.
It's finally nice to see you man up and take some accountability.
You're right. That was me admitting all my shortcomings. You want to finish my story?
No, it's a really good story.
I don't even know what part did I leave out. What did I supposedly not share?
I don't think you gave the setup. I think you just said she never. I literally think you skipped over. You said she was in the magazine, and you jumped to saying, and she said she'd come back later.
Well, she didn't come back.
You never even mentioned the beginning.
I did mention the beginning. What happened in the middle? What about the middle? What are you talking about?
You never even got into the fact that she didn't pose naked. You never even said those.
You never said those words.
You never said that once.
I said she never showed the goods.
Oh my god!
They did the whole goodies bit for Sorry Christmas.
You never got into it because you jumped to that dumb fucking bit. You never actually got into the. You never got into the fucking meat and the potatoes. You didn't say nothing.
Point is, she's like, I'll show more next time. She never came back. And 14 me was super fucking disappointed about that.
Yeah, honest, I can imagine. That's like
I was heartbroken.
You feeling a little bamboozled. You've been jerked around in the least fun way possible.
Exactly. It was the most unfun way possible. Which is why Audrina Partridge is my favorite. She's also the prettiest, I think. And she had her own reality show. So apparently I wasn't the only one that thought that, because none of them else got their own show.
Who married Jay Cutler?
Oh yeah, there was a fourth chick on that show, Christy.
Didn't someone marry Jay Cutler? These names don't know. Who was the Mrs. Cutlet?
Christy Calvary or Calvini.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's definitely it. That's close. That's really close. That's like 88%.
Bro,
there.
I know everything about the Hills.
Christina Cavallari, you said.
That was actually, I think how it's pronounced. I didn't say that, but
you said something really close to that.
Calvini, I think is the last thing I said.
It's definitely closer to what I said.
What'd you say?
Cavallari.
That's what I said.
Yeah, she's hot. That I can attest to.
She's a bitch.
Why was she your lead? Wait, dude, no. See, now I just
No.
Now I know you found none of these girls attractive. You're just trying to be one of the guys talking about girls being hot because you skipped over the one who landed Jay Cutler.
I forgot she was on the Hills because in my mind she's just Mrs.
one from the league.
I can't think of anything besides that. Exactly. Yeah. So
she's Mrs. Smokin' Jay. Yeah, formerly.
She's what's the term where you achieve beyond your once plateaued spot? Those other girls plateaued at the Hills. She achieved greatness beyond it. What's that called?
That's good that you said. This is interesting that the plateaus and the hills and like this is pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Being sardonic.
Okay, that one kind of felt a little natural. Maybe 3rd time's a charm. No, for me it was more like 6 times a charm.
Well, it was funny story. That's the 4th time I've said the words. You didn't even catch the 3rd time I tried it.
By the grace of God, you happen to luck out. You should have honestly then fucked up twice more times. Just that line would have made sense for the mind because of anything.
The sardonic part?
Well, it's too late. I like the effort, but you're still 1-2 shy.
You're right.
You know, close enough only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's so true. Yeah, so my story, joke's on you, ended up taking up 19 minutes.
Your story?
The Hill Hills thing about the 3 opinions of the girls.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you're going to be able to chalk this. You said 17 words in the last 19 minutes.
I think we could. Funny things, we can play this back. I've said more than 17 words.
No.
Jamie,
you've spoken more than 17 times, but you've actually only recycled the same 17 words as an entire conversation.
Pull this up for me, Jamie. You ever hear an elk scream, Alex?
Nice. Good.
You ever hear an elk scream?
Good payoff.
Nice. Nice. I worked on that for a while.
Yeah, I can tell, man. You must have been watching a lot of episodes, bankrolling that shit.
Funny thing, I have not.
No. It's actually unbearable to do. Do you think, in actuality, Rogies goes to X, or was that random person on Reddit I saw last night just full of shit?
I don't understand the point of him going anywhere, to be honest. Didn't he make... wasn't he, way more in charge of what he's doing prior to not having to answer anybody?
I can imagine.
Now he's answering
but
to
you know what's
people
pretty cool about... This is actually a really interesting thing, too. Is you get to have this... Pretty much, there's 2 avenues of thought here, right? Mm-hmm. You can either not be a sellout, right? Mm-hmm. And do it your way like he was doing, mm-hmm. or... and have total freedom and control of everything you do, or you can say, I'm having total freedom and control under the guise of having no freedom and control, but then just saying you have freedom and control, so you can then pretend everyone thinks you're still cool for saying you have freedom and control while being under Spotify getting a $200 million contract. But then you realize immediately that's not true, because then, that's weird, why hasn't Alex Jones been on in years? Why is no one going on Joe Rogan? Why are episodes being taken down?
Why are these same stupid fucking not funny comedians on
in
week after week?
In the same circle all the time talking about how they're murdering? All right.
The only person who kills is Alec Baldwin. Mm-hmm. We all know it. No one kills nearly as well as that.
I think that there's probably a lot of those fucking little weirdos are killing people. There's not. They were talking about that. I understand they killed had one of the biggest podcasts in the world. Saying, so what'd you do to her? Wow, that's vicious. That'd be an interesting podcast. Having fucking Andrew Santino finally confessed to all the atrocities he's committed.
That would be.
That'd be great. Seeing Brendan Schaub be hung out to dry on Rogan instead of just, in a way where we feel bad for him watching it. Well, stretch of the imagination, in a way where we almost empathize with him for seeing him be told on a major, the biggest podcast in the world, you're a fucking loser. You've always been a fucking loser, and I'm tired of treating you like you're a winner. Stop boxing. And then he stops boxing, or stops being a UFC fighter. Is UFCing a verb?
I think so.
I think it is in
Europe.
France.
Fuck.
I think it is in France.
What was your question?
Something about something. Oh, then seeing Bren or seeing Andrew Schultz just... I think he probably has the most skeletons in his closet.
Yeah.
It's definitely him or Andrew Santino.
It's Schultz.
It's Schultz? 100%. We're going to go with Schultz here? I'll take that, honestly. Not to mention, he could also, though, pawn off a lot of his sick little twisted shit to Akash, so maybe he's actually got a clean conscience.
No, dude, nobody wears fucking capri pants.
You could have stopped talking after that first. You could have just said no one wears capris. Because the last time I saw someone wear capris, it was a TJ Marshalls. That's close enough. It was a TJ Marshalls commercial. This really makes this sound real valid. It was a TJ Marshalls commercial in 2008 for the spring line.
Yeah,
that was the last time I saw anyone wear capris until Hitler Boy decided that it's time to start dressing that way. I fucking hate Andrew Schultz.
So do I.
And you know what I hate about him even more than anything else?
Is it the not funny part?
No, you think that would be it. What I hate the most about Andrew Schultz is that he tricked me at one point into thinking he was kind of funny.
I agree.
Because I was like, he's kind of funny. And then I saw him in Stinky Pete. I'm like, hey, he's in Stinky Pete. And I saw that one clip of him tearing Chris Rock and Knights. Maybe this guy is kind of funny. And he looked at the loser for more than 5 seconds. He said, oh, no. This is the least funny person of all time. He's just a douchebag.
Huge. Some might even say it's like he played a sardonic trick on all of us, thinking he was funny 1 second and not the next second.
One could say that. I'd never be caught dead saying something as dumb as that, but one could say that. Me personally, I could never even imagine a scenario in which those words would come out of my mouth.
Which words?
Beats me. And you're gonna pull a fast one? You think you're gonna pull the wool over my eyes? Like, you think you're gonna do? You're gonna get me to somehow slip? As if you think there's in this whole fucking world you know about that I don't know about, this whole fucking universe you know about that I don't know about?
Yes, I do.
One, wrong. Two, I kind of wish you gave me a little bit more of and honestly, I wish you gave me
more
anything.
Than just yes, I do.
Yeah, because I was really kind of hoping to somehow that you'd magically evolve into something where I could respond with the whole, you want JoJo the lightweight. I'm sorry, you want JoJo the dog-faced bitch boy. Call Josh Weinfeld like the lightweight. Fuck. See, you short-circuited my brain by how much of a shitty co-host you are.
You know what's funny is when I said to him like this.
No.
This is not how
what
this
I
works.
wanted to say, I wanted you to evolve something back to me that resulted in me saying something along the lines of, "Oh, you want JoJo the dog-faced bitch boy? Call Josh Weinfeld." Fuck. Yeah, what I wanted to say was, you want JoJo the dog-faced bitch boy, call Josh. Fuck! What I was going to say is, you want JoJo the dog-faced bitch boy, call Josh Winefuck, the lightweight penciling fuckface.